Well, when I met Johan, he was just Jay. So this was back in the early 2000s, though. So I don't know. He like did some peyote in the desert
Jay.
and underwent a transformation.
But he's also like Damon refers to him as Jay, but I don't think I'm allowed to because one time I called him Jay. He was like, "What the fuck? I'm Johan," and I'm like, "Oh shit, sorry."
So yeah, this is it, man. This is the new podcast.
Woo!
Best podcast in the world, man.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, can I say fuck on it?
You bet you.
Yeah, can I drink?
You can do anything, man. This is America.
I can do anything I want? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck up your... Am I the first guest?
Yeah, so this is officially the Eric Junge Music Podcast, since I don't have a better title for that.
Eric Junge Music Podcast.
And you, sir, are my guest, Pat Fry of Solicitor.
Fat Pry. That's me.
Welcome, man.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
You know,
are we live? Are we?
We're doing it. Yeah, we're doing it.
It's going to be pre-recorded, but
yeah. So yeah, my first thing is, if anyone has a better name for this podcast, I'm definitely all ears. So,
dude, I feel like I had one and it was on the tip of my tongue, and then I just lost it.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, we're just gonna roll with this for now. Tell us some more about this creepy lighting.
Jungcast. There we go.
Excellent.
My creepy lighting. Yeah. I just got some string lights the other day from Amazon, and I don't have them up yet. So that's the story.
Is that the same thing as like Christmas lights, or what? How do they work?
They are... Dude, this thing sucks. Okay, we're just going to do it like this. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, this is the coolest thing I could come up with. And my computer camera sucks so bad, it doesn't even look like red light. It just looks like shit.
What are you talking about, dude? You look beautiful.
Thanks,
You
man.
look like a metal Jesus over there, dude.
Thanks, dude. It's going to be the most metal podcast ever.
Metal Jesus. Dude. Yeah, brother.
Shit. Look at that. This is off to a good start. I'm totally going to ruin your podcast, dude.
No, that's the idea.
I'm honored to be your first guest, but at the same time, like I'm just ruining it, dude.
I don't want to think of it as like a guest, like a host-guest relationship. I want to think of it as like a host-parasite relationship.
Host-parasite. Wait, so I'm the parasite. Cool.
No, I'm the parasite.
I can get behind that. Dude,
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Oh, that's good. I like that. So I got this dumb red light. I had some string lights, with the remote control. You got that shit going. I can tell. I'm enjoying it. You look great.
Thank you, sir.
I just look like I'm about to murder somebody. Oh, there we go, dude. LaCroix.
Sponsored.
We got LaCroix and we got Bullet Bourbon.
Official sponsors.
Cheers.
Of the Eric Junge Music Podcast.
You, my friend, are a LaCroix boy.
I'm a LaCroix man.
You're a LaCroix man. Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, dude. This is my first. I think this is the first podcast I've ever been on. I've never.
Same here.
What?
Yeah. I mean, Who am I kidding? People are just beating my door down to have me on their podcasts. So.
Right? I turn them all down, man. I don't do press. I don't do podcasts. I've turned them all down. I've turned down Rogan and and who's that guy? Who's that ass? Oh, Mark Maron.
This podcast is going to be bigger than Rogan, dude. Just wait.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. You're gonna surpass him, no problem.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get $1 billion from Spotify. That's what's gonna happen. Spotify is gonna, but then you're gonna have to do whatever they say.
But I'm gonna be like, fuck you, Spotify. I don't fucking sell out to the man.
That's right. Spotify employees are going to be pissed that you're on there talking and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Spouting off your opinions, having a bunch of Nazis on your show. Isn't that what Rogan does?
Oh yeah, exactly. Dude, you just described it.
I unplugged my headphones.
So
he has Nazis on his show. No, I don't know. I like Joe Rogan. I listen to him sometimes. He's not cool anymore though. I think he's been canceled or something.
Oh yeah, he hasn't been cool for a while, but I don't really have time to listen to his whole podcast, so I just kind of do the clips on YouTube.
Dude, that's the way to go.
10 minutes at a time, and you just watch a couple here and there, and I'm ready to move on. Some other stuff. I don't need to sit there and watch like a 3-hour interview with Elon Musk or whatever.
Yeah, right? Sometimes it's interesting. I like it when he has his friends on, like when he has Duncan Trussell on or something. And he's like, they're just like talking about Bigfoot or whatever. Like a couple of idiots.
Yeah, well, I think like those podcasts are kind of geared towards people who work in cubicles.
Yeah.
They're just sort of at their computer all day, and they can kind of listen to a 3-hour podcast, and it's not a total waste of their day.
Totally.
But yeah, like I don't work in that kind of environment, so usually I'm listening to podcasts when I'm cooking or just trying to fall asleep.
You don't listen to podcasts while you're teaching? Hey kid, shut up for a second. Hey, can you stop playing that scale for a second? I'm trying to catch my Rogan over here. Elon Musk just lit up a joint. Hold on. Stop for a second.
What are some other like good podcasts lately?
Dude, that Florentine one is funny that you sent. I haven't listened to that one that you sent me yet, but that Florentine guy, I like that. Dude.
Oh, I'm totally hooked on his stuff.
But I've been kind of out of the podcast game lately.
Oh, well, you got to start teaching more so you have time to listen to them.
My buddy Jason, I know, right? I need to quit my job so I can listen to more podcasts.
No, you just need to do it while you're teaching.
My buddy Jason, that's right. Who says I don't already? My buddy Jason sent me this one. It's called Beach Cops. And I haven't heard it yet. He sent me a quick little clip, and it's pretty depraved. And
excellent.
Yeah, I'll send you a link. But I haven't listened to it yet. But he's like, you need this podcast in your life, dude. Dude, sorry, I got distracted here because I was starting.
Obviously, what in the hell, dude?
Dude, sorry, I was starting to smell something. I was like, and I look over, and that light that I put on the floor, I didn't realize how hot it gets, dude. It was starting to melt one of my guitar cases.
That's awesome.
Like burning plastic. Holy shit! And
dude,
then
that's a great story.
I touched it and burnt my. Dude, I hope my guitar's okay. Fuck.
Dude, you should just burn down your fucking room, man. That'd be so metal, punk rock. Speaking of metal, I'm wearing a metal t-shirt and a pair of slacks. Like, how cool is that?
Dude, that's so metal.
Yeah.
That's the metal uniform right there.
Give me a day in the life of Sir Pat.
Okay, so I wake up and I do this food delivery job for like 2 hours. It used to be like an hour long before all this COVID shit. And it's just a little extra money for me. And
nice, that's awesome.
Yeah. And but I don't know if I should be doing it because I have bad lungs. I should probably yeah. So I find myself at times like riding in elevators with too many people, shit like that. And I'm like,
do you ever like wait till it's empty and then get in? Or
I've done that before, yeah. But sometimes I'm in a hurry and I'm like, man, or you're on the elevator and people just come in. But usually when if an elevator opens up and there's like a few people in there, I'm like, oh, I'll catch the next one.
Totally. That
makes sense. So anyway, I do that, and I should probably stop doing that though, because I don't know, man, it sketches me out sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't need the money that bad, it's like.
Well, I do need the money that bad though.
You do need
times is tough, dude. the teaching gig doesn't make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? So I got to do that, and that's cool. Like I used to do that, and it's not even work. You just drive around for like an hour. And
listen to metal.
Listen to podcasts. Oh, by the way, I thought of a podcast, Culture Creature. I don't know if that dude's still doing stuff, but Culture Creature is pretty awesome. He has some pretty cool guests on, just mostly musicians.
Sounds sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So you're fucking blasting through your day. You're making deliveries.
I'm delivering the goods. Delivering the goods. Fred Speakman and I are going to start a death metal band called Delivered. Because if you ever do any deliveries, man,
I'm in.
You're in the band.
Yeah, man. And as long as there's like a very unreadable logo involved.
Oh yeah, dude. That's
an unintelligible mass of angles and scribbles.
Man. That Death Angel shirt, it's not cutting it.
No, this is old school, dude.
It's old school, man.
Oh, dude, I wore this for you, dude, so I could like try to fit in.
How'd you know the Death Angel's my favorite band?
So anyway, dude, walk us through the rest of your day.
Okay.
You just delivered some shit.
So I deliver the goods and services, which I probably shouldn't do. Okay? I can't stress that enough. I probably shouldn't be doing this. I'm probably going to die.
That's
heavy. Well, dude, I get sick. If I if I get a cold, sometimes I end up having to go to like urgent care and I can't breathe. So it's, seriously, like it's probably something I shouldn't do, but anyway, whatever. I'm going to try to.
No, I totally get it, man.
Yeah. So maybe what I can do for the time being is just like quit that gig. I got a doctor's note too, so maybe unemployment will kick in or something and like pay me for not.
Yeah, maybe you can give them a doctor's note and then you'll still get paid because you got the doctor's note.
Exactly.
And then you can like write in at the bottom like just keep paying Pat. Thank you.
Keep paying Pat. Maybe I just need to start a GoFundMe.
Oh yeah, dude. There you go. That's all you gotta do nowadays. Just start a crowdfund.
Yeah. Pay me to not work, please.
Just be like, dear world, I need some money.
Dear world.
Throw me some cash. No, I'm totally kidding. People definitely need money that, for medical bills and all that stuff.
Yeah, man, it's for real. Yeah. I think I melted my ovation. I think I fucked it up, but I don't care about that right now. I'll deal with it later. But I think I fucked it up.
It's worth it.
Shit. Well, I'm glad we got it on a podcast, though. That's cool. Anyway,
starting off with a bang.
So then, what do? I come home and I teach. I teach guitar, man. Guitar and bass guitar.
It's amazing.
To the young, impressionable youths of Seattle. Actually, I have a student in Bozeman, Montana now too. So
I thought you were saying you had a student named Bozeman. I was like, wow.
I have a student named Bozeman.
They're getting creative with the baby names.
That's probably going to be a thing now.
So like after teaching, you just go directly to band practice? Like how does that work? Or are you just are you quarantining? Like
I'm kind of quarantining from the band right now, although we're going to be going into the studio like on the 20th.
That's cool.
Solicitor. You heard it here first. Oh wait, maybe I just divulged something that people aren't supposed to know. Anyway, going into the studio, not for a full length. We're going to be doing that shortly. So I went to last practice. So I'm going to a couple practices. Everybody got tested for me, which I thought was awesome. Everybody's like, we're going to go get tested. We're going to get Q-tips up our nose for you, Pat. So
dude, that's
the type of people I'm in a band with. Yeah. So Amy came up from Portland. She's going to be here from now until we wrap up in the studio. We're just going to spend a couple days in there.
Are you guys going to record anything?
We're going to record 2 songs. We're going to record a couple. We might. Well, you know what? If you're in the studio, you may as well record something, right? Instead of just
hang out.
Instead of eating summer sausage.
Play foosball.
Playing foosball. Yeah. Dude,
sometimes I just book out a studio just to like hang out in the game room and just feel like I'm doing something important.
That's what I like to do too. $50 an hour to play foosball.
Yeah, most studios have these enormous game rooms just attached to them. So you got foosball, billiards, you got Plinko, like from The Price is Right. Remember that game?
Plinko, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, Plinko's kind of like Connect 4.
Yeah, kind of, you're right. It's
really satisfying. Yeah. That's what, like this whole, the whole, not to get all like political or whatever, but that whole canceling thing going on these days. I think about it and it's funny because like when I was a kid, that's kind of what got me into all this extreme music and everything was there was a cancel culture going on back then. Like the late 80s, early 90s, there was like the Parents Music Resource Center and all this stuff. And this was back when people in the arts were like against censorship. Remember that?
Vaguely, yes.
We're against censorship and shit. And like, we're like, hey, if somebody wants to sing about this or that, or like make art about this or that, you can do that. And we should support that shit. And as a kid, I remember I was like about 12 years old when all that stuff was going on. And it's like, oh, Two Live Crew's rapping about some shit they shouldn't rap about. And so what do I do as a kid? You go out and you get those albums and, it's cool. It's like, whoa, these people are like rebelling against society. And
yeah, exactly.
Totally appealing to like a young kid. Same thing with the metal. It's like, oh man, all these metal bands are getting sued and stuff for having satanic lyrics or like subliminal messages supposedly and all this stuff. And man, dude, it's like, what better PR? It's like you can't buy that kind of PR. So yeah, that really got me and like an entire generation of kids into that extreme music. That parental advisory people were so pissed about that. But dude, it was like the best advertisement. If you had that parental advisory sticker on your album, dude,
Yeah, you're
like a
right.
badge of honor. And I would go through the record store and, oh, look at this album. It's got the parental, it must be cool. I'm going to buy it. It's like the best album covers, having that shit on your album. So I try to keep that in mind when I get kind of bummed out that, oh, somebody said something, so now everybody hates him. It's like, nah, you know what? That actually gets them more subscribers in a way and more attention.
Very astute observation. Dude, so let's talk a little bit about Solicitor some more.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, dude, let's talk about you.
Okay.
So you guys did a tour, like, was it the summer before last?
Mm-hmm.
Not obviously last summer was pandemic. So.
Last summer there was supposed to be a tour last summer.
Oh, really?
We were supposed to do a U.S. tour. Yeah, we were supposed to tour all the way out to Pittsburgh, play a festival out there, and obviously that didn't happen.
Bummer.
Yeah, right. And before that, we were supposed to do a European tour. We were supposed to be in Europe like in April of 2020. So right when all this stuff, right as everything was shutting down and the travel ban was going into effect, we were supposed to be heading out there and kicking off the tour in Germany with Keep It True, a big metal fest out there.
Badass.
Yeah, it was supposed to be pretty badass. We were going to go out with a band, Aggressive Perfector from the UK, and France up into I think we had some. I can't remember all the dates now, but it was like going to be like a 2-3 week tour. And yeah, that didn't happen. But yeah, we did go out in 2019. We did like a Canadian.
Yes.
Yeah. That happened.
Brother!
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. So yeah. And because of the remarks I just made about the PMRC, 2020 got canceled. It was all my fault. I caused COVID by criticizing Tipper Gore.
Jesus Christ, man.
But 2019 Canada US tour, that was a blast. We went up through Canada. We did Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Saskatoon, Toronto. We dipped back into the States a couple times. We did like the zigzag in and out of the States. And by like the last time, the Canadian, I can't remember if it was the Canadian or the US. They're like, are you done crossing the border? Because like, you got to knock that shit off. And we're like, yeah, it's like, dude, you've crossed the border like 3 times in a week. Fuck are you
kept
doing?
going
like
back and forth.
Yeah, dude. And like 5 dirtbags roll up in this old red van. And man, every time.
That's amazing.
We'd get searched every time. Except for the last time. I think it was at Niagara. We were crossing back into New York from Niagara. And the guy was like, okay, go. You're cool. And we were like, what? And he was like, yeah, you're good to go. We were like, what? We don't need to pull over into the holding area or anything and get questioned. And yeah, it was weird. It was cool though, man. We played some good shows. Some of the highlights, Vancouver was awesome. Calgary was sick.
Yeah.
They were all great, but those were probably some highlights. What else? We played a Spokane show that was pretty cool too. That was just like a last minute spur of the moment thing. Somebody hooked us up. I think a friend of Johan's
Nice,
came
dude.
through for us, and yeah, God,
How's Johan doing?
Johan's doing good, man. His knee's kind of messed up right now, but he's hanging
That's
in there.
too
He's
bad.
doing physical therapy, and he's doing great.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yo-
yeah.
Johan is the drummer, in case people out there are wondering who we're talking about. The drummer for Solicitor.
Johansson Waymeyer, Slaymeyer. Yeah, he's doing good.
Well, when I met Johan, he was just Jay. So this was back in the early 2000s, though. So I don't know. He like did some peyote in the desert.
Jay.
And underwent a transformation.
But he's also like Damon refers to him as Jay, but I don't think I'm allowed to because one time I called him Jay. He was like, "What the fuck? I'm Johan," and I'm like, "Oh shit, sorry."
I hope he watches this.
Sorry, Jay. I mean Johan. I hope he does too. I hope everybody in my band watches this so they're
Shout out!
reminded why I don't do interviews.
No, it's cool, dude. You guys seem like you have a really like positive culture in your band, and you know, you guys do COVID tests for each other, and you know, give each other chest bumps and high fives. Hopefully.
We keep it posy. Yeah, we keep it pretty posy core up in the Solicitor camp. I'm probably the most negative, pessimistic guy in the group. But
Really?
everybody else, yeah. I'm always the guy that's like, dudes, we're never playing a show ever again. This is it. This is life. Like, come on, dude, chill out. It'll happen again. And I'm like, no, we're fucked. Yeah, so they're great. I love them. They're
Nice.
cool.
No, but I like wake up before everyone so I can have more like get ready time.
So you can teabag everybody in the band. Like,
Yeah, there's that too.
I
Yeah.
hate you.
Yeah. That's later. Yeah, that's at
later.
night actually. No, but yeah, because like I mean, I haven't been on tour in a minute, obviously, but you know, a lot of times the dudes would stay up pretty late doing whatever kind of band shenanigans, and I would just kind of hit the hay early so I could wake up and you know, have the bathroom all to myself for a good half hour before people start waking up.
Yeah, man, that's smart. I'm kind of the same way, but it's out of necessity because I have to like pretty much live in the van the whole time. And that's another sweet thing about my bandmates is like because I have pet allergies. So, and you know, everybody's got a cat or a dog. So I'll be just hanging out in the van because I can't party inside with everybody. So I'll just be hanging out in the van and pass out early. But they're all like concerned about me. They're like, Pat, are you going to be okay in the van tonight, dude? I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. Well, I'm really sorry you can't come in, dude. Like, well, if I really wanted to, I would, but you know, then I'd have a massive asthma attack and you have to take me to the hospital. So let's like, this is okay. I'm fine. Just sleeping in the van.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean,
although there's been some sketch moments. I mean, one time I was in the van and I just got naked and I had the door open because it was hot as shit. And we were in Detroit and it was like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and they were all off at this dude Matthias. They were at his place partying. Shout out to Matthias if he sees this podcast. It's his 40th birthday, and he's gonna. It's 10 degrees in Detroit, and he's having a birthday party outside with a giant like 20-foot bonfire.
Hell yeah!
So that's what he's doing
right now.
I think sometime this weekend.
That's sick.
Or
dude.
Tonight, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, don't worry, we're not gonna be cold. And he posted a picture of it too, dude. It's like this giant trash pile with like wood and stuff. I mean, you know, Detroit, dude. It's anything goes out there.
Oh yeah, man. It's no man's land. It's every man's land.
It's every man's land. But I was in the van, and at the time it had like a couple flat tires. It had one flat tire. And so we had to get towed into Detroit. Anyway, everybody's off at Matthias's place getting their party on, and I'm naked with the doors open and you know, just in this desolate area of Detroit. And I hear a couple cars driving by and they're blasted. They're blasting Insane Clown Posse. And I can like so loud, and I can hear a dude rapping along in one of the cars, like, you know, whatever they rap about. I don't know. Magnets or whatever, you know, what's that? Magnets.
I remember they have a song called "Bug on My Nuts." That was a big one, and I stab people.
Okay. I stab people.
Yeah.
Sweet. So yeah, it was probably I stab people, and this dude's like rapping out of the car, and they kind of slow down to check me out, and I'm like, uh-oh. So I grab the baseball bat from under the seat, and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm gonna get attacked by Juggalos. Should I call in the cavalry? Should I call the bandmates? They're 10 minutes away. So that was fun. But no, they slowed down and checked me out, and then they just kept going. And I'm like, that's right, Juggalos. Actually, we'd probably get along. Nothing against Juggalos. I don't want to get attacked by Juggalos.
Tiptoe around that one.
Yeah. What's your favorite grind band, bro?
Noothgrush. Wait, wait, hold on. Okay,
Circle of Dead Children. Oh, wait.
Noothgrush.
Brutal, dude.
Wait,
Wait, man,
grindcore.
what is that? Looks like a strip mall mosh pit. It's fucking awesome.
Yes.
What's that? What's that? Rainbow wings in the background. That's pretty cool.
Hey,
What
man.
is that?
I don't know. I just Googled Circle Pit, and this is what I got. So,
Tight. You sent me one. I'm gonna put that up.
yeah, that one's
I
a
was
good
trying
one.
to find. I
Hot and
was,
steamy, dude.
I was trying to find a picture of me and my buddy Josh in the pit at Northwest Terrorfest for like a agoraphobic nosebleed. Somebody got a picture, and it's amazing. What about this one, dude? I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm bummed that we can't use these backgrounds at work, man.
I know, man. I know.
They're
It's a
taking away
tough
all the
life.
fun. I know. It's a hard knock life.
That was a good Detroit story, though. I enjoyed that one.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a fun time. It was a fun time. If you ever break down, the place to do it is in the Motor City.
Because you just got like car parts just on the side of the road.
Dude, the streets are paved with car parts.
It's Motor City.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, you get tires cheap. I think we spent like $90 and we got 4 like new tires. And you just go to the gas station and there's a dude in a shack and he's like, "What do you need, man?" It's like, "I need some tires," and he just throws them on like pit crew style. Just it was dope. It was like, oh geez, man. Well, sucks to break down, but if you're gonna do it, and it was. When did I discover the flat? We had just gassed up, and I think it was in Battle Creek. Isn't that a
Michigan.
Battle Creek? Yeah, it was, and it sucked. It was like 100 miles outside of. So we had to get a 100-mile tow. Luckily, I had like AAA. So, but then
Cool.
yeah, towed us right to the venue, and then we unloaded and played, and then in the morning we changed some tires. Where is my dude? Damn it. Let's just keep that. Let's just have that going until I figure out. Oh, I need to hit the plus button.
I love it.
Yeah, man. That's where it's at.
Amazing. So, how many Solicitor releases do you guys have so far?
We have an EP that we put out like in the very beginning. Well, we did a demo too. We did a demo, and then we did an EP. We put out an EP once we got signed to Gates of Hell Records, and they're an Italian label. And when we put that out, they put that demo out as like a
You okay?
yeah, as like bonus tracks. They put it on the B side, and it's just 2 songs that we re-recorded for the EP. So we have that EP, and then we have a full-length Spectral Devastation that we put out. It was supposed to, well, it came out in the spring, and we recorded it last winter, and we were kind of under the gun to get that recorded to meet all the pressing deadlines and everything, so it could be released in time for our big European tour and all that shit, all this stuff that didn't happen. So we went through all this stress and everything of like, I mean, we were still writing stuff in the studio. It was dumb. And yeah, and then all this stuff happened. So it was like, we could have waited forever to release that thing. We could still be in the studio. Well, it's good to have something out, right? But all the deadlines for the tour and all that, we needed something. We needed a new recording for the tour that didn't happen. So yeah, that's like I said, we're in the studio now, so we're going to be working on like a 7-inch.
Cool.
And then probably next year we'll early next year, around the same time, spring next year, I think is when we'd like to have another full length out.
That's great.
And I don't know if that's classified information, but hey, you know what? You want to get the inside poop?
That's
you
right.
go to the
That's why
Eric
I'm
Junge
here.
podcast, bro. That's what you do. Quit fucking around with these other podcasts. Yeah.
That's why you're my first guest, man.
Heavy Metal Insider Weekly or whatever. Yeah. Fuck them. They don't get the insider info.
That's true.
That should be your tagline, man. You heard it here first. Eric Junge Music
Yeah,
Podcast.
I don't know.
You heard it here first.
I think that might be already taken.
Really? Is that why it has such a nice ring to it? How about inquiring minds want to know? There you go. Booyah.
Yeah.
Dude, where is my... I don't even know where I saved this thing. Sorry, man. I'm not in the pit. I'm on the Terrorfest Facebook page right now. I got to find that picture, dude. It was so rad. It was funny. It was just a funny... It was just a funny thing. There was,
I think the
because
picture
they had...
you have up is the best picture imaginable. So
I know, right? Those Gummo kids.
dude, Gummo changed my life.
It's probably one of the best movies ever, man. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I
played a show in, it wasn't in Xenia, but it was like next to Xenia, probably.
What?
In Ohio.
In Ohio, yeah.
Yeah, it was like basically where we played was there. You walk out and there's a sign that says Xenia, like 1 mile that way, And it was weird, dude. It was a weird house show, and it was a basement show.
Sick.
They had like noise. It was like noise bands and stuff. Yeah, it was funky.
Dude, it's so awesome.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Does anybody there have xenophobia? See
Not me, man. Sign me up. I'm all about Xenia.
Me too, man.
But yeah, man.
I would love I'd love to. We should do a pilgrimage to Xenia one of these days.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
So how do you feel about my clunky interviewing skills so far?
Dude, you're great. I'm the clunky one, man. You ask me good questions, and then I'm so goddamn ADD I can't even answer a question. You're like, "What's your day like?" And I'm like, "Well, so I wake up, and then, hey, like when you
You ever wonder?
when you're not sure if it's a fart or if it's." Thanks, Pat. Thanks for answering that question, dude. This is why everybody else in the band does interviews but me.
Do you guys do a lot of interviews? I guess your singer probably does.
Amy does a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, she's look at her, man. She's just the go-to front person.
Yeah, totally.
How's that bullet treating you, by the way?
We're just her backing band, man. We're the Amy and the Solicitors. How's the background treat me?
How's that bullet treating you?
Oh, the bullet bourbon. It's good, man. It's invisible. Look at that.
I'm a big fan. I love the bullet.
It's good, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I just drink this stuff straight. It's like water.
It's like Gatorade. Just chug it.
It's like White Claw, but without the water or the carbonation or the delicious fruit flavors. Other than that, it's just like White Claw. But if I drink too much of the stuff, I feel horrible. Imagine that. You drink too much bourbon, you feel horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I mean, yeah, who would have thunk?
Yeah. I feel amazing after I drink like
too much bourbon.
10 shots of bourbon.
Dude, right? I live in Inner Bay now, right by the train tracks.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And
I love train tracks.
dude, Train tracks. It's where it's at, man.
Hell yeah.
You got to watch it with the bullet though.
Mm-hmm.
When you're drinking the bullet, you might, you gotta be careful not to wander too far. You might end up on the train tracks. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to pass out on them shits. Get run over by a BNSF. But so where were we? Oh yeah. So I live in Interbay, and like maybe 15 years ago, I lived. So I'm right by the Boxcar Ale House, right? And like 15 years ago, I lived on the other side of it, in this like little studio apartment, and I had a sliding glass door in my apartment that would lead to a patio that actually led to the driveway. So I had a motorcycle out there. So I would just go out the patio way instead of out my front door to get to the driveway. And my bike was like right there. And one day, it was like a hot summer day, and I walked out to get to my bike, and I smelled like the worst, like dead body, rotten smell you can imagine. And what had happened was some people like above me, like on the patio above me, must have been grilling fish or something like that. And they took it must have been anyway, they took all the guts and everything. They must have gutted that fish out on the fucking patio, and they threw it all in a Ziploc bag. And that Ziploc bag must have fallen onto like near my patio and broken open. That's the only thing I can think of, because there's like this Ziploc bag full of fish guts and shit, and it was like it had been baking in the sun all day, and dude, like it just hit my nose without any warning. I mean, I smelled it way before I even saw it. I was just like, so just imagine you're walking outside, and all of a sudden it's just like death smell hits your face. So that was disgusting, I was like, oh, this is like I was walking out to my, I had my helmet in my hand, everything. I'm like, oh god, what the? And I looked down, and there's like I was like, oh my fucking god, I can't remember what I did, if I somehow picked it up and threw it away, or if I just left it there. But it was gnarly, dude. Anyway, so yeah, definitely. See, I told you, man. If I thought hard enough, I'd come up with a good answer for you.
I thought that was
thanks, dude.
Truly disgusting tale. Speaking of weird smells, I was listening to the Florentine podcast the other day, and he was talking about a candle. I guess there's a Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candle.
Oh, I've heard about this. What? Why?
It smells like it's supposed to smell like her vagina, I suppose. I don't know how that works, but there's different like scents. Like different varieties of scents, and apparently some couple won one of these candles in a contest, and they brought it home and lit it, and it like exploded into flames and nearly.
Are we talking about Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina?
Her candles, her vagina candles, yeah,
burst into flames.
Yeah,
God,
I mean, are these candles authorized by Gwyneth Paltrow? Like, I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of how it works.
She's just wrong, dude. Nobody who wants that.
She's a sick pervert.
Maybe it smells good. I mean, I didn't order one. I didn't order 5 of them.
Nice, dude.
Hold on a sec, dude. After that story, I got a candle in the other room. I gotta go put it out.
Yeah, you never know. It could just.
I'm worried it might explode. I'm worried it might explode.
Yeah. Nobody
wants to smell your vagina, Gwyneth. She's done some. I heard about something where you put a thing up your. She's talking about like vagina health, and there's like an egg you put up, an egg stone you put up your hoo-ha.
Put a candle.
Not your hoo-ha. You don't have a hoo-ha, but
how do you know?
If you did have one, Gwyneth, that's true, dude. I don't know.
I mean, you do. You've been down there, so let's be real.
I've gone down on you a few times, man, and there's nothing.
It was dark. You didn't see my hoo-ha.
In the vagina. I didn't see your hoo-ha. You have a poo-ha. You do have a poo-ha, but you don't have a hoo-ha. Vagina candles. Type.
Oh, dude, we have to talk about Noothgrush. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, man. Hell yeah. What's good with the Noothgrush,
dude?
Dude, you tell me. I don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you.
They're another Bay Area. Dude, I should have a Noothgrush shirt on and your Death Angel, because I think they're Bay Area too, aren't they? Like San Francisco or something?
Dude, that's the thing. I have no idea. Like my Noothgrush story is back in some probably around the early 2000s.
Uh-huh.
I had a practice space at the Chop House up, in Capitol Hill before they made it into like a art loft or whatever it is now.
Right.
And so it was like just like a scummy practice space. And there was like somebody had graffitied Noothgrush into the wall. And I was like, Noothgrush. Rhymes with toothbrush. I was just kind of like, whatever. That's kind of funny. So then, fast forward like 12, 13 years later when I met you, and somehow Noothgrush came up, and I'm like, hey, that's that thing I remember from the practice space. And that's it. That's all I got. Like, I've never
Holy
actually
shit.
listened to the Noothgrush,
That's
but I want to hear them at some point.
they're pretty heavy, dude.
They fucking
Pretty
better
he-
be.
They better be. They are, man. They are. They're cool. I dig them. What's funny is it does. That's how they got their name. I think it's from a Dr. Seuss book where he rhymes toothbrush with Noothgrush, like that. Like, he doing what Dr. Seuss does or did. Now the only thing he does is rot in the ground.
Yeah. All I
But
know
back
is that
before he was rotting in the earth, he would rhyme things like that, right? So, like, I don't know. I never read the story, but that's what I heard. I heard it was like a Seuss reference.
all I know is that anytime I see that word Noothgrush or think of it, I just want to go Noothgrush, Noothgrush in that voice.
Noothgrush.
Exactly.
Right? It sounds like heavy, man. It's like it's got a heavy sound to it.
It's got like a tinge of Muppet though. It's like
kudos to them.
the tinge of Muppet.
It does have a little Muppet to it, a little Cookie Monster, a little Grover. It's got a little Tickle Me Elmo in it. Oh, yeah, man. Cool band name. Pretty creative. I mean, Dr. Seuss is more creative than they are, but like, they're derivatively creative, I guess.
Well, we're giving them free PR, so
yeah, dude, go out. Hey,
people are gonna see this.
Hey,
check out Noothgrush.
Check out Noothgrush, man. Mm-hmm. Treat yourself. Treat yourself to some Noothgrush and some. What else? What else are we talking? Oh yeah, Magruder Grind. That's a band name we like to say a lot. Magruder Grind.
I totally forgot about Magruder Grind. Magruder Grind.
And Sling Blade. I heard that at the third MGM Lion Roar, if you start the Noothgrush album, their first album, it lines up perfectly with Sling Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Side of the Blade.
Give me some French fried taters. Mm-hmm.
Nooth Blade.
I think we're gonna wrap up.
And we're gonna wrap up. Okay, cool.
I just want to thank you so much for being a part of this. This could be the first and the last.
I may have ruined it. I think I ruined your podcast, dude. I'm so sorry.
I hope you know what? Either way, it was totally worth it. So
thanks, man.
But before we go, I wanna ask you, how can we find out more about Solicitor?
Oh shit, that's a good question. Well, we have a Bandcamp page, we have an Instagram, we have a Facebook. Let me make sure I got these handles right. So Solicitor Speed Metal Bandcamp.com. Solicitor Speed Metal Bandcamp.com. Or if you just Google Solicitor. Yeah, we're hyphenated, man.
That's ballsy.
Well, hey, it's the 21st century. Wait. Yeah, it's the 21st century, right?
I think so. How's it work? So. It's like one ahead of like 1900s was like the 20th century, and then 2000s is like the 21st century.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
It makes sense though, because the first century would be zeros.
Yeah. Okay.
Double digits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like when Jesus was still alive and shit. We're talking old school. I mean, Jesus is still alive in my heart. Which
That's
is why I
great,
want
man.
to cut my heart out every day. I want to cut my goddamn heart out and light it on
Sounds
fire
pretty
because
serious.
Jesus is in there and he needs to get out. I'm evicting you, Jesus. You've been living rent free in my heart for far too long.
Jesus is a freeloader, man.
Go infect someone else's. Yeah, man. Really, he is.
He's kind of a hippie freeloader, namaste type, you know.
Yeah. Nothing against hippies, but yeah, Jesus was kind of a hippie.
Well,
Do
on
you
that
identify
note,
as a hippie? On that note, Death Angel.
Noothgrush, check out Noothgrush, check out Magruder Grind, check
Check
out
out Gummo. Watch Gummo.
Solicitor.
Check out Solicitor, man. We'd love it if you listen to us, and maybe one of these days we'll see you at a show, if that ever happens again. Do you think it will?
I hope so, man. I really do.